Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about a topic of why is it so difficult to stop craving foods that are high in sugar? Okay, a lot of people are battling with this, and it is something that can be overcome. It does take work. It takes you putting in the work to overcome it though, all right? But it's not impossible for you to stop craving sugar, okay? So first and foremost, glucose or sugar is something that all of the cells in our body needs because it provides a source of energy, okay? And we all need it. Where we run into problems is when you are consuming foods that are too high in glucose, too high in sugar, and then sugar in the blood becomes extremely high, okay? Because excess sugar will get turned into or stored into excess fat, all right? And that's when you start adding on additional weight. So when you consume foods that are high in sugar, a chemical in the brain is released. This chemical is called dopamine. I like to think of dopamine as the happy chemical. It makes you feel good. It gives you this feeling of euphoria. So sometimes when these sugar cravings kick in, maybe some emotional connection are going along with it. Maybe you're feeling sad. Maybe you are excited that something happened that you were really looking forward to. You're feeling bored and then you want to snack on your favorite snack. That's also high in sugar, okay? So you eat your snack or you eat your first meal that's loaded with sugar, and then hours later, your glucose level bottoms down. It becomes lower. This will automatically trigger the brain because it wants that cascade of what happened before when you ate the sugar, when dopamine got released and you felt good about it. So that cascade will need to happen again hours later when your glucose level bottoms out. So what happens? You're going to start craving sugar again. So it's really important to be cognizant of what your first meal of the day will be like. Because if your first meal is mainly composed of processed foods, things that are high in sugar, this will set the trend for the rest of your meals throughout the day because you're going to need to keep that glucose level, okay? And it's going to cause like this roller coaster effect. Your glucose level's high, then it comes down, it's high, it comes down, and that can just cause a lot of symptoms in general. So being mindful of what you eat for your first meal of the day. Try to focus on foods that are whole foods, protein, making sure that you're staying away from processed foods. The reason why protein is really important to be included in your first meal of the day is because protein is going to slow the release of glucose in the blood. And this is really, really key. Okay, so just be mindful. What is your first meal of the day going to look like? Avoid processed food. Avoid things like Dunkin' Donuts in the morning. Avoid things like huge gulps of coffee loaded with sugar in the morning because you're going to bottom out a couple of hours later and you're going to need to replenish that. You're going to be triggered. The cravings will come back to replenish that source of sugar, okay? So if you found this to be helpful, I hope that you can implement some of the steps of starting your day off with foods that are more whole, foods that are high in protein, and avoiding the processed foods, all right? So looking forward to connecting with you all again next time.